Good morning, Devin here with Ground Force Metal Detecting, and it's one more metal detecting morning coffee talk. How's everybody doing today? Got my XP Deus II WSA XL ST stereo headphones, and I'm answering a specific question about multi-processing that I got. Question is this: why do I even want two different reactivities? Well, that's a good question. And maybe you don't. um, what is reactivity? All right. So, reactivity is the speed at which you set your metal detector to reset after each target. That's the simple explanation. So, if you're detecting a target, your coil passes over something, detects it, reports it to you, then resets for the next target. It cannot detect the ground and report to you at the same time. It detects, reports, resets, and starts detecting again. How fast it resets depends on how fast you have the reactivity or the recovery speed of any other metal detector on Earth set. Um, so the way recovery speed works is if you have your recovery speed set low, all right, your coil will more thoroughly check the ground. It's going to be deeper with its detection, and it's also going to be picking up a little more noise, a little more ground, a little more EMI. Okay, the advantage of that is depth. Okay, you are punching for the maximum depth. If you set your reactivity a little higher, it speeds up that process and it will catch targets closer together. But you sacrifice a little bit of the depth because the detector, in simplest terms, is sort of rushing through it a little bit. Um, if you if you set your metal detector for maximum reactivity, okay, your Deus II, you'll notice that you could put 5 coins 2 inches apart each, and you're going to get beep, 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 beep. You're going to get 5 beeps as you pass the coil across there. Okay, but if you set your reactivity really low, it's going to be skipping some of them as it resets. Okay, might only get 2 beeps out of 5 coins sitting in a row, close together. So that's what reactivity is. Now, why would I want one reactivity in, say, one ear and another one in the other ear? Well, the way multiprocessing works is a completely separate process. It's almost like having a second metal detector in the second channel. So, where I was talking about just now with the sacrifice, right? You have a give and take with reactivity. As with almost pretty much every setting on a metal detector, there's a give and take. The give is your separation with high reactivity, but you sacrifice depth. Or you can set your reactivity low and get maximum depth and sacrifice some separation. Well, what if you could have both, right? That's the theory. What if you could have both? What if I could have a metal detector? What if I could have two metal detectors, one punching deep, but maybe missing some separation, and the other one catching all those targets that the low reactivity may have missed? That's the theory, all right? So, how do you use it? Well, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect world when it comes to this. You want to be a little subtle. You don't want to have one. You don't want to have one reactivity at 0 or 1, I guess, and the other one maxed out. Okay, you want to kind of go a little middle of the road. Have one a little higher than the other, if you choose to do this, and adjust your volumes. This thing will, certain people, the sound of this will kind of drive you nuts. Okay, you've got two different things going on at the same time. I like to be very subtle with my second channel, just sort of keep it low, and it gives you sort of a little inkling of, it gives it a nuance, let's put it that way. The same thing with the other settings in multiprocessing. I don't like going to extremes. It's just, that's me, okay? The whole multiprocessing thing is a personal preference. You're not going to make the detector detect deeper, okay, in and of itself. You know, you're not per se going to make it detect deeper. Low reactivity is going to detect deeper, but you're not going to improve the performance of the metal detector by setting something up in multiprocessing. It's really all audio. It's whether you hear the targets better. It makes certain types of targets stand out. You can especially make shallow targets really stand out and hit. And if you have your reactivity set high on the shallow, whichever channel you're using for shallow targets, which would be the lower sensitivity. So you have a kind of a shallow side and a deep side. It's kind of, I mean, it's one way to do it. You don't have to do this, right? You can play around and experiment with this thing. It's a fun tool to experiment with. Hey, let me play with this, and you know, gives it a novelty. It's the whole multi-processing thing. It's a little bit of a novelty deal. It's not a miracle worker. It's not a game changer. It's more of an audio feature that makes targets stand out in certain ways, depending on how you set it. All right, especially shallow targets. The effects come in and amplify on strong signals. So if you have effects set, they will amplify on strong signals. So let's just say you have your reactivity set high, sensitivity low. All right, that is going to catch shallow targets. The sensitivity is a little low. It's going to catch shallow targets, and it's going to have maximum separation. So you're going to get all those little, you're going to get, you know, the small coins and stuff that are not very deep on that channel. Then you run your other channel with low sensitivity, low reactivity and high sensitivity, punching for depth. Okay, that's the reason. Now, you know, is it going to make you a better metal detector? Not really. No, it's all personal preference. It's like audio type or whatever. It's all what your ears tell you you like, you know, and what makes it enjoyable to you, because this is supposed to be enjoyable, right? Don't go out there and this thing is driving me crazy. Well, you know, that's the definition of not enjoyable, right? So don't go to extreme with it. Keep it subtle. I even turned down the factory settings for the multi-processing. I miled it down a little bit, you know, and there's a use for it and a place for it. It's a tool. It's another tool in the toolbox. You know, it's another Phillips screwdriver. It's a bigger pair of pliers. It's whatever you want to say. Everything in the Deus II is a tool in the toolbox, right? Some tools like sensitivity and your main reactivity are your screwdrivers, and you know, you use them every day. And then other tools you may not get out of the toolbox every day. It's nice out today. It is supposed to rain later. It's been raining here in Pennsylvania. It's been raining for the last, I don't know how long. I feel like Forrest Gump. You know, it was raining. You know, that's a perfect impression of Forrest Gump. Hey, that's it, guys. Have fun out there. Try your multi-processing, play with it, just have fun with it, and have fun with metal detecting. Get out there and get some sun and fresh air and swing away. Thanks for watching.